guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my favorite makeup brushes. I did a video talking about my favorite brushes a while ago and I decided that it was time to do an updated makeup brush video. So I think I'm going to start off with face brushes first and then work into eyeshadow brushes. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is my beauty blender. This isn't technically a brush, it's more like a sponge, but I have been loving to use this to apply my foundation. So basically when you use your beauty blender, you first get it damp and then you start to apply your foundation or concealer. And I feel like whenever I use this, my foundation just looks so much more smoother and I feel like it gives a more flawless finish to my face. I also really like that it has a dome shape on top, so you can really get under your eyes and around your nostrils, just kind of in the places where it might be a little bit more tricky to cover with your usual concealer or foundation brush. Then I have a couple of favorite powder brushes. I use two different brushes for powder. The first one is the e.l.f. powder brush, and this one is kind of like a flat top brush. It's not super fluffy. One thing I like about this brush is that being that it is a flat top brush, it's really easy to press the powder into my skin, which I feel like gives a more flawless effect. Then to set my under eye concealer, I use the e.l.f. blush brush. And what I like about this is that it's kind of a dome shaped brush as well. And I just feel like it really gets right under my eye, and that way I'm not having to worry about getting powder in my eye or anything like that. Then for blush and bronzer, I just use the same brush. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. This brush is a pretty fluffy brush. It's also a very full brush as well. What I like about this is that it's a very heavy brush. It's very sturdy. And I just use this to apply my blush, and then I also use it to apply my bronzer, whether I'm contouring or just applying bronzer to add a little bit of a glow to my face. Then my last favorite face brush is also from Real Techniques. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I use this to apply my highlighter. So this is really great for applying highlighter to your cheekbones and down your nose and also on your chin. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. The first one is my Sigma Blending E25, and I just have a little baby size of this brush because it came as like a free gift from Sigma when I ordered my Sigma eyeshadow brush kit thing. But this brush is probably my all-time favorite eyeshadow brush. I use this all the time. It's really comparable to the MAC 217, but literally like half the price. I mostly use this brush to apply eyeshadow into my crease, but I will also use it to blend out any shadows that I have on the outer corner. It blends shadows really nicely. Then for applying eyeshadow, my favorite brush is my Sigma E55 eye shading brush. This brush is a pretty flat brush, and it's also a pretty small brush, which works great for my eyelids because I do have pretty tiny eyelids. Then I have my Sigma Large Shader E60, and I typically use this brush to apply my brow bone highlight. This is just the perfect brush to really apply the color, and I also use it to apply color into the arch of my eyebrow, which just helps define the arch of my eyebrow a little bit better. This brush you can also use to apply cream eyeshadows with. I personally don't like to use a brush when it comes to applying cream eyeshadow. I just like to use my fingers. Another brush that I like to use to apply eyeshadow is my e.l.f. contour brush. I typically use this to apply shadow into the outer corner of my eye and kind of work it into the crease. Then for working on the lower lash line or sometimes applying color to the outer corner, I will go for the Sigma E30 pencil brush. This is a great brush because it does have that kind of dome point on it, which is really good for getting shadow onto the lower lash line. I also sometimes use this to apply shadow into the outer corner, just depends on if I'm going for or what kind of look I'm going for. Then for blending out eyeshadows, my go-to blending brush is my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. This brush is really nice because you can work to blend out the edges of your color, or I will even go along and blend out the outer corner sometimes with this brush. Then for eyeliner, my go-to eyeliner brush is my Sonia Kashuk bent eyeliner brush. If you've watched my videos for a long time, then you are probably pretty familiar with this brush because I use it in literally every tutorial. I feel like with this brush you have more control when you are applying your eyeliner than when you're just using a straight brush, where your brush can kind of get a little little wobbly or something and cause a huge mess with your eyeliner. Moving on to eyebrow brushes, I just have a couple. The first one is a brow spoolie, which I think is super important and everybody needs to have a eyebrow spoolie. This one is from Sonia Kashuk, and this is just great for brushing your brows, and whenever you brush your brows you are just kind of getting them in place, and that way they are all going to be in one shape and you don't have any like weird flyaway eyebrows. This is also great to use after you have applied your brow color or brow product or whatever you use to fill in your brows. This will just help kind of blend it into your natural brow, and that way it just kind of gives a more natural effect and not too harsh. Then for filling in brows, I like to use my e.l.f. small angled brush. Sometimes I will use my Anastasia Beverly Hills tinted brow gel, but occasionally I like to use an eyeshadow, which is just a bit more natural to fill in my eyebrows, and this is the brush that I always use. What I like about this brush is that it is a pretty thin brush, so I feel like it makes filling in your brows a lot easier, and you can really concentrate on filling in your brows. So if you need to like kind of draw something into your brow, if you're kind of like missing a few hairs in a certain spot, or if you just really want to define your brow and give a really defined arch or defined outer end of the eyebrow, this is just really great for that. Alright, so that is it for my favorite brushes. Hopefully this video kind of helped you if you are unsure about what brushes you want to use, or if you're unsure about what brushes do what. Hopefully this helped you kind of learn some more about the different brushes out there. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I have been uploading every other day for the entire month of May. It's about over, but you guys can go and check back those videos, and I'll be having a ton of new videos out soon. I'm also having a Bath & Body Works gift card giveaway, and that will be linked in the description bar below, so that way you guys can go check that out, and hopefully you guys will enter, because it's really fun to get a Bath & Body Works gift card. So yeah, I think that is everything for this video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video.